Hello, everybody. So at the start, Murali is here with me in the studio today, and we're wondering what song to sing. So today's song has nothing to do. I cannot find any song titled Murali or Pachakosha.
No.
And definitely I cannot sing Tamil song.
Maybe you should try lah. Maybe a Bollywood song.
Bollywood song.
Bollywood song today lah.
You got to sing lah. Then I join you. I harmonize with you.
But nothing is coming to my head now.
So I've heard of a recent song on the radio, and I think it's kind of a retro feel to it, and I kind of like it. So I'm just gonna sing it to you guys anyway.
Okay.
Long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew that if I had my chance, I could make those people dance, and maybe they'll be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. Bad news on the doorstep, I couldn't take one more step. I couldn't remember if I cried when I read about the widowed bride, but something touched me deep inside the day the music died. I'll be singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye. Singing, this will be the day that I die. Cheers!
Cheers to everyone.
Is anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions. Hello. Welcome back to Friday Night Live, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a special episode with me right here in the studio is Guru Murali.
Hello.
But today no Guru work to be done. Today we enjoy ourselves. We drink. We take on spirits of a different kind.
Yes.
Okay, so I understand that you said that we are lagging. Is it still lagging or now okay? As you take your time to replying, let me know how we are doing here in terms of the lag. Just want to say thank you to Alexandra Deng. Says drinks for the host tonight. Eugene take the lead. Eugene has been taking the lead 10 minutes ago. We also have Guyver Chang. Yay, today start early. No, today we don't have the featured confession, usually at 9:30. So instead of the featured confession, we are coming on earlier because knowing us and knowing the number of cases that we have done that we have not talked about,
Yes.
I've got a feeling today will be extra long. There's going to be talks about a recent case of black magic that you did in Kenya, and also a recent trip that you went to London or Scotland. Scotland. So lots of first-hand stuff that we have not talked about before right here on today's show, Friday Night Live, Supernatural Confessions. It's going to be a different sort of episode. The kind of episode that I have no script, no pre-written stories. It's all going to be off our cuff and based on what you asked us and how we respond and how much drinks we have to drink.
Yeah.
Let's see where this is. Again, with Alexandra, drink like away, Eugene. Thank you very much. She plays down money, good money to tell me that. So thank you, Alexandra. For those of you who are interested to interact with us, understand that I may not be able, I probably will not be able to read every single message that comes in because I'm looking at Murali, I'm looking at the screen, I'm checking messages. I may sometimes miss very good questions that you have for me. But if you like me to read out the questions or you want to have a comment that I will not miss, one way to get my attention is to click on the $ right beside your comment bar. There's a nice square with $ there. Click on it, put in any amount you want, and I'll be sure to read your message. Another way to get my attention is by being Supernatural Confessions YouTube channel member. That doesn't cost you much at all. It's only $3 a month. $3 a month. If you divide it over a course of 4 live shows and whatever other featured confessions I have for you guys, it's pretty much just a few cents per video that you're supporting me by, and every cent goes a long way. What happens is your name comes up, I see it in green, and the more lao chiao you are as a member, there'll be a different icon that appears beside your name. Okay, so no frills, that's all you're gonna get as a YouTube member. However, if you want to get something more, you want to support this channel, you want to support me in a much more intimate way, Guyver Cheng, member for 3 months, Haulian. Correct. One way is to join us as a Patreon. As Patreon member, you get exclusive videos. You get me reading your cards for you. Usual price is going at quite a fair sum. That you can find my services on YouTube. I do a full stack reading for you. More on that I'll explain in a short while. But for now, let me thank our sentient members. Our sentient... Cannot hear me clearly.
Quite a number of them are messaging that.
Tak boleh dengar. Okay, now cannot. Now can? Crank up the volume, please. Okay, let me try to... Oh, yo. Because I'm not as close to the mic as I am on normal days.
Okay, now they can hear.
Again! Okay, check. Better now? Thank you, PL Lin. Thank you, Young Baoli. Crystal Palace Clear. Maybe individual device. Okay. So we got to speak closer to the mic today.
Okay.
Yeah? All right. Volume now okay, huh? All right, let me thank my sentient members. Elaine Chua, Katniss Everdeen, M. Co Grimm, ZP Matt, Queen Lai, Elvin Sensei, Casey Chan, Janice Ang, Yong Kwan Yu, Jervin, Starving Jack, Hot Water Bottle, Eric, Evan Lee, SD Lee, Neurologic, BB Kailan, EpicFishing.com, Sandit Singh, Maiden New Tens, Shons. And there is another member that just came into Sentient level just not too long, 3 days ago, is Hamster Burrows. Thank you very much, Hamster. We also have a new member, Duncan. So Duncan and Hamster Burrows joined the Sentient tier membership. We also have our spirits. Okay, so one of the members actually taught me how to hold my breath. He was sending me a video to say, you got to read from your diaphragm.
Okay.
Yeah, try. Oy. Actually, you got better stamina than me, right?
All through the practice of meditation.
Okay, So one breath, Murali.
One breath.
One breath. Read from Joel Go all the way to Derek Kwa. Ready,
Let's try.
You try. Okay, go.
Joel Go, Ja Kengto, Linda Hayden, Kenny Polaris, Eli Z, Zes New, Jerry Pish, Big Tio, Te Hakwi, Sarintan, Kelvin C, TDB, Jujubi Jumi, Devadas, Lechimi, Gary Fu. Cannot more than that.
Habis already. Die already. Okay, I'm going to take it to the finishing line.
Okay.
Diaphragm breathing. Martin Felony, Isaac Henry Joshua, Ignatius Lam Yu Chong, Ed A. Yao Siu, J. Kai Si, Gaiva Cheng Lek Kai, Koshka, T. Amelia, Jin, Yumi, Waiket, DN, Even Kwa, Maitria Om, Queen Wolf, An Hang, Rin, Tan Wei Shed, J.K., Sherin Jut Ka, T.E. Lo, J.J., Apple Lee, So, Bao Li Yang, Andy, Derek Kwa. Okay, so this is easy. Come, okay. 世界豆 my dear wife Grace, Candy Cha, Ron K, Nicholas Bois, Rachel Y, Sharon Ng, Sherlyn Ng, Stella Chan, Yvonne Edwin, Jenia, Lin Tang, A.E. Erickson, N. Lim, Gabriel T, Crimson Sibe Shok, Stephanie Chin, Cole Outcast 2. Happy birthday to Rachel Y. Today is her birthday, 6 June. And also to Gabriel T, thank you very much, dear sir. If we get rather smashed and sloshed tonight, it's thanks to Gabriel T, because he gave us he came to my house and brought 3 bottles of whiskey.
Yeah.
One of this bottle is 57%
Yes.
Lagavulin. You can see that we started drinking 10 minutes before the show. They are quite clear. Okay, so did I miss anyone today? Not quite loud from my side. Volume is okay, way better. Okay. Now, before we get into the confession and everything, ladies and gentlemen, I have updated my website. There is something brand new that I'm very, very proud to share with you guys, and I do hope to see you there. And I do hope to, have you have this piece of legacy in your hands. As you've seen from the poster, Supernatural Confessions is 10 years old, which means the book I written and first published that kick-started Supernatural Confessions is 10 years old. So this year, with the help of Cheryl from Wild Child Press & Co., we have given Supernatural Confessions, the original story, a new lease of life. And we have a 10th year anniversary edition. It consists of the original story that brought Supernatural Confessions to you guys. We have new artwork, and on top of that, we have 4 new extended stories that were not talked about before. Actually, Murali, you are featured in one of them.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Thank you.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Featured in one of them. And I think we're going to talk a little bit about them without giving too much spoiler away. So 4 new stories with 4 new, brand new artwork this year, and just only for this year, right? 2025, for the 10-year anniversary, I will be printing it in hardcover. Hardcover. Obviously, hardcover costs me a little bit more, but I think it's very well worth it. So from now till end of the year, if you order Supernatural Confessions, the 10-year edition, it will be in collectible hardcover edition. The first 500 copies will each receive a tote bag. And the design is one of the 4 artwork by our local designers, local artists. Okay, so it's a limited edition tote bag, limited edition book. Next year, we won't have it in hard copy anymore. It will just be in soft copy version. So no more collectible. It will be mass produced for mass market. So if you do want to get your hands on this, do buy it from Supernatural Confessions website, www.supernaturalconfessions.com. But let me show you guys a video that Nakia from POV Horror did for me. Some stories aren't just tales.
Any spirits here?
Give me a sign! I had no expectations when I started knocking on the door. That was before the year was out, and Gate woke up found sprawled on the floor. She never walked again.
Ryan doesn't even stay there. Might be able to naga, cigarette, and bloated.
Solid piece of video, man. Thank you very much, Nakia, for the awesome love that you've done for me. Now, if you want to go and get your book, pre-order right now, supernaturalconfessions.com. The link is there. The payment details is there. The form is there. As I said, first 500 copies sold, each of you will receive a tote bag, a special limited edition tote bag. After 500, no more. Okay, so go get your copy now. When will the copy be out? It will be out in time for the launch of, or at least in time for 7 months. So pre-order now, book will be out in 7 months. If you would like to attend the launch of the pre-order proper, where on the spot you can get your tote bag. Also the launch of the Halls on the Hill. That's a new place, a spiritual training center for anyone looking to reach enlightenment on their own path and journey. Next Thursday, 12th of June, will be the date. We'll start off at 6 o'clock. We'll have a little nice presentation, show and tell, exchange of ideas, and then mingling all the way to 9. We have food and drinks for you guys. On the 13th, do join us. We have a movie gathering of the movie called The Ritual, the one that you watch with me. Yeah. We watch it together. And The Ritual is a great show. It's about exorcism and possession, pretty much the origin story of Supernatural Confessions, and I thought it'd be a brilliant movie for us to watch together. Now, tickets are not free, but tickets are heavily discounted. Its usual price if you go for weekend movies about $15, $17. If you go with us, it's $12 per ticket. Whatever money we save, well, we let you guys have it, right? And also, after the movie, come on back down to the Halls on the Hill at Pearls Hill 105, where we'll be having the longest podcast with your favorite horror content creator streaming live. So come on down, sit inside, enjoy your horror content creator firsthand, up face to face, up close and personal. That's on the 13th. On the 14th, we have more events for you. Go and click on our website. The link is there. You go and check out the Something Strange Festival lineup. The good thing, or the bad thing as well, is that my tours are all kind of sold out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, sold out. So Ubin sold out, Ubin extra dates, Outram sold out. So I know you guys are asking for more dates. We'll be trying to get that settled for you. The other timing that you need to put in your schedule is the 20th of June on a Friday. Mm-hmm. Now that we have our own space, will you still be around?
20th, yes.
We'll be having a movie screening in the Halls on the Hill. And you see like some of your favorite classics. Enjoy, have your chips, your popcorns, have drinks there, and just mingle the rest of us. 21st of June is a big day.
I won't be here.
Just missed by 1 day. Yeah. Every year, Supernatural Confessions organize a live show. And this is the 4th installment of the live show, and the first one without Jonathan. So every time I had to sell tickets for the live show, I honestly feel very guilty about it because I do want to make it very accessible for our community to come in. But I had to sell tickets only to cover cost of the rental of a space. But now that the space is ours, I'll let you guys come down for free.
Yes.
Okay, but I do ask if you are feeling a bit generous, do buy drinks. Drinks are on sale. Again, every little bit goes a long way. But because it's free, I have a limited space. So if I oversell the ticket, I'm going to have very angry people on my doorstep. So you are hearing it here for the first time. The link has just gone up live less than half an hour ago. Go to supernaturalconfessions.com. The link is right up there in the comment section. Anyway, supernaturalconfessions.com is not hard to remember. Go click on the form. Go put your name down. Select which event you want to come. because as I said, it's free. Go and chop your seats. Go and chop a ticket. But I do ask for something. If you go in to chop a ticket, please show up. I really don't want to be like CC, charge $5 because I'm scared people don't come. I think it's just annoying. I trust you that if you chop your seat, you will come because you're going to deny someone else of his or her ticket. Okay? So if you're sure you're going to make it down, click on it. All right. So that's all for our bit of admin at the start of the show. Let's get to our show proper. Okay, Murali.
Yes.
Since the last time that you've been here and we missed you on the show, what have you been up to?
Traveling, I got a lot of calls from overseas. Been to 3 different places, Scotland, Brunei, and the latest one is Kenya.
So all these places that you go, do people invite you? Like, how do they find you? Like, how do you get all these deals, man?
It's from Supernatural Confession, of course. They have watched your program and your podcast and some of my videos that have been casted in your podcast. And from there, they have contacted me to come over to assess and to do some cleansing work and everything. That's how we have come.
So this is now like a full-time job for you, like to do all this cleansing work and spiritual work.
It's becoming more full-time now of cleansing and to explore the dark side of the other side of the planet.
Wow. I used to depend a lot on Guru Murali. Every time someone calls me out, I say, okay, come, we need to go cleansing. We need to go this. Then I remember somewhere around this year, I was asking Guru Murali to cleanse Stefan's house, the Occult Museum. He told me, you do it yourself.
Not trained already. Eugene is trained, proper trained, and he has proper guidance and everything. So he's good.
I don't know, man. I mean, I still feel like a child, trying to figure my way around this spiritual world. It's for those of you who are wondering about spiritual work, I think I can share with you now because I got properly ordained from you by you last year, February 2024. So I'm still very fresh, wet around the years. But for you, you've been doing this for years, lah. You're like, you probably forgot how it was like for you at the beginning, right?
Yes, but the difference is when I was new, when my guru was still there, and after he passed on, then it was very difficult and challenging for me when I step out to do things. And but for you, another case is you have already explored so many practices and understood their path and the significance of it. So it's much more easier when you are on hands-on onto this practice. I could see that you are already there. You understand the significant meaning and the energy is right there for you to work. So it's easier. So that's why I give you that confidence. You are able to do it on your own.
I think what was really interesting is I think sometime at the early part of this year, I was going through some elevated training myself, dealing with meditation, dealing with the spiritual world. And then out of the blue, you called me up from India and you said your gurus told you that I might be in trouble because I was dealing with something, right? You want to share your side of the story, then I'll share mine?
So I had a vision of my gurus because usually when I do initiation to my some of the fellow students and participants, I keep check on some of them. And one day I had a message from my guru to say that there are some dark energies that is following Eugene. And to call him up and tell him to do some things and make sure he's okay and it's not going on to the other side of it, or the dark side is not going to cause harm to you. Yeah.
So at that point in time when Guru called me, I had a call from my father on that same day itself, and he started telling me that he had a series of nightmares 2 nights in a row, and he's very scared to go to sleep because when he goes to sleep, he was attacked. And I wasn't the one getting attacked, but he was. So sometimes this spiritual energy, if they cannot get to you, they get to your loved ones. And just at that time, Guru called me up and says, okay, that's what he sends, but don't worry, you're going to do it. So I went down to my dad's place and I did the cleansing and exorcism for him. Turns out, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think they want to just test to see how fearful you are about their presence. But if you're showing no fear and you go in and you try to just do what you're trained for, I think it's... Also recently, I'll share with you this, and I didn't share with you yet. my house had a bit of a unexplainable encounter. So I'll share this with you guys now, right? This happened, I think, early this week, maybe about Monday, Tuesday. I met you on Tuesday night. So no, not Monday, Tuesday. Probably like Saturday, Sunday last week. I was in bed. My wife was there, and my 2 cats were on the bed, and my son was sleeping. We heard cling, 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 the bell that was placed on a cupboard that cats would play. So I heard it. My wife heard it. I was already in bed wanting to fall asleep, and then my wife said, "Hey, do you hear the bell?" I said, "Just ignore lah, go and sleep lah." Then the cat jumped off the bed and went to check it out. The next morning, I saw the cupboard has shifted. I'm not talking about just a slight shift. I'm talking about, okay, imagine this is the cupboard, right? It's straight. In the morning, it's this straight. In the morning, the cupboard was like that. A very distinct move. So I saw it. I was like, okay, maybe someone have moved it lah. So I ignore it. That night, the wife was saying, "Hey, why you moved the cupboard?" I said, "I didn't move the cupboard." I said, "Maybe my son did lah." Then when we tried to move the cupboard back, it was actually very heavy. It was full. The drawers were all full. It was a very old cupboard as well. So I said, "Okay lah, push back already lah, ignore lah." I mean, maybe someone has moved it without realizing. So wife went to bed, kid went to bed. I was alone out here on my couch watching Netflix. And sometime about 1:30 a.m., half sleeping already, right? I thought I felt something at near my feet there, where the cupboard is, and my foot was at the couch. I turned and looked, and I saw the cupboard had already shifted. But can't be sure that it has shifted because I didn't hear the bell ring. I didn't hear the movement of the cupboard. I just ignored lah. I went to sleep lah. It was 1:30 a.m. I was already half asleep already. Next morning, I woke up. I was the first one to wake up. I walk up to the cupboard, and the cupboard has moved again. But clearly there was no one awake because I was out there. Yeah. So I said, "Hey, don't kacau ah." I push back. I said, "You want to go and move cupboard? So clean the house ah. Go and pack all my room." And no more movement after that.
Maybe there could be a door, a small doorway or portal behind that cupboard. Did you check or not?
No, I never checked.
You never checked. Listed.
Now that you're here, okay lah. Later we check ah.
Later we can check.
Okay. I want to read a couple of confessions that people have sent in. This one is from Nicholas Huang. Nicholas Huang has sent this a couple of weeks back. I didn't get a chance to read it then. I would love to read it now. Nicholas, I hope you are listening in. Nicholas said, "Hi Eugene, I would like to share a spiritual confessions which happened to warehouse staff. I'm working as a warehouse assistant at a Cogent building, level 3, which is located at Boon Lay area. During my work, after lunchtime, my Malay colleague told me that this warehouse was haunted at a very far end area. So I asked how he knew this warehouse haunted. He said a Malay staff shared that a haunted warehouse incident to him earlier on. He was working OT. While doing his work, he saw a little girl walk past the area where he was doing his work. So when he decided to follow the little girl and checked what the little girl was doing at the warehouse, she just vanished. So after he ended the story, he said, if it's me who saw the little hantu girl, I will surely run. He also said that it was around 2 p.m. He was doing his work, and at the far end of the warehouse, suddenly he felt goosebumps. But he didn't have the third eye, and he knew the place was haunted. Then I said, Aya, almost every warehouse place also haunted lah." Now, speaking of this, what do you think? Have you done any cleansing of warehouse?
Warehouse, no, I have not come across. But when I was working in a cargo in Alps, Changi area, yeah, definitely have come across some spooky stuff. That is, you can see something is just moving across and all these things. Quite common in warehouse area.
This was before you became a guru? Before police also?
No, after police, and then before fully going into spiritual path, and then in between these two. Yeah.
Well, some of the stories there, can you share with us?
In a warehouse area? Nothing much when you are doing your delivery and when you go into Changi Air Freight, Alps. And you're doing your delivery and you do unloading, and you're pushing all your stuff into all these warehouse areas. Sometimes it's just empty, it's very big and empty. And you can start to feel and sense some funny things like darkish figure just moving across, or someone is just watching you by the corner of it. I just brush it off. Yeah.
Wow, what's this? Vanakam.
Vanakkam.
Guru Murali and E.T. I work there, says Derek. There was one confessor who says he works there for more than 20 over years. And this is different warehouse because he moved around from different company in the same warehouse area, right? The air freight area. He said everywhere is haunted.
Yeah.
Every single warehouse is haunted. And if you go there on weekend, you hear like inside the ghosts are having a party. Wow. Alright. So now let's get to our first declassified story that you have experienced on one of your travels. We have a few for us today. You want to start with which one first? Chronological order or through the less keras to the most keras?
I think the less keras.
Okay, less keras
Less
first.
keras is, I would say, Scotland. No, Brunei is less keras.
Brunei, I thought Brunei might be a bit keras.
No. Brunei is less keras.
Okay, come, let's hear it.
Brunei is basically like a ghost town. Really nothing to do. In the evening, you can't even smoke out. It's very restricted area. For those people who have visited Brunei, you will understand. So most of the places is forested. Is also part of this Kalimantan island, right? And those who are sensitive to energies and everything, you will sure not to miss portals of jinn, portals of spiritualities, beings that is moving around and things. It's very clear. So this client who invited us, they left Brunei for some medical reason because someone has done black magic for the family, for the father. So he suffered stroke. For 4 years, they were seeking medical help in Singapore and in Malaysia. And they came to my center back in Singapore 4 years ago. We did some cleansing work, rituals and everything, and they went for their therapy work back to KL. And now they wanted to shift back to Brunei, their home, and they were not so sure if there's still something there or not. So before we went to their house, they did a cleansing in their house, and they found a small voodoo doll. But it has some scriptures, Hindu scriptures, written on it. So it's believed to have come from North India. And I told them to keep it aside because definitely it did not carry good energy and everything. And we went there and did some Bhairava ritual, fire rituals and everything, cleansed the house, and now it's good.
I like it when it says, there's a voodoo doll there with scriptures, and this is the least keras of the story. If I see something like that in my house, bro, this is I will burn the whole place to the ground. So you saw this doll. Okay, just to get a frame of timeline. They were staying there. They shifted out of the country. So did they shift back into Brunei and then saw the doll and then called you, or they called you to go into an empty house?
They called me to go into the empty house.
Oh,
yeah. So they have now been back to the house for the past 4 years. On and off, they just come back to get one or two things, then they will fly out of the country.
Then, so obviously someone with the key that has gone in to break in, because there's no broken window or broken door, right?
No. It is believed that this item that they found, when I checked, it has literally lost its energy a lot. That means it had much high energy when it first came in, but now when they brought the doll to me, when I saw the doll, it has very low energy. That means a lot of its magical spell has weakened and stuff.
But what was the original purpose of this doll?
They have instilled some dark energies into this to cause chaos into the family and everything. So the father was a high-profile guy in Shell in Brunei, and literally lost his job, lost a lot of things. They have to sell all his properties for their medical reasons and stuff. And so this doll caused a lot of chaos in the family and things. But it has inscription of rituals. That means from this Sunny temple. Sunny is a planet Saturn, right? Certain inscriptions from it and everything. But what is seen from outside and what is inside of this doll is totally different. So from outside it look like a prayer doll and everything, but what is kept inside of this doll is not the divine energy, but some other entities they have instilled into this doll.
Okay, so this is something I probably have a bit of difficulty trying to digest, right? When you say a prayer doll that is not dangerous, I don't recall any religion or any faith having a doll-like artifact that is not used for black magic. Most is used for nefarious reasons, right?
We have in the Hindu praxis, we have dolls that they kept for prayers practice.
Okay.
Especially for Sunny. Sunny is a planet Saturn.
Okay.
It's in North India, and this temple is called Sunny Dev Temple.
Okay.
So they use this doll.
So it was a doll that you identified as something that is for good, but yet inside the sensing of the doll is a very negative energy.
Yes. It's just a cover up, the doll. It's just a cover up.
Is this popular? Because there's another confession that I remember when John and I were sharing it. It was a Hindu house. They have the like a shrine in a storeroom. They put their deity. So this family keep praying to the deity, and then the house was haunted. And the more haunted the house is, the more and harder they pray to the deity, asking deity to save them. Eventually, the son was very fed up with the deity. He lost his faith in the deity. He says, I bring you to my house, I pray to you, I ask you for help, but yet, you make my family life screw up even more. Then he very angry. He take I can't remember what deity it was, right? Take it and he smash it. Turns out inside all black. Then that's when he realized that he just like a fox been lifted over his mind. Then he realized that someone had deconsecrate his deity and make it into something evil. So the more they pray,
The more feeding that energy into, yes.
Is that something that common that you have seen in your line of work?
Yeah, this is quite common. So every time, if it's a Hindu house or any house that has deities and everything, the very first thing that we will check is the figurines and the statues to see if they have been manipulated in some ways, because this is the most easiest place for people to hide whatever barang that they want to cause harm to the other family and everything, because the house owners will never notice that there's something there.
Literally like a Trojan horse lah.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So this thing that it was in the house, by the time you came back, it was already the power was already gone. So it means it must have been there way longer. They've been away for 5 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
But they come back from time to time. They never.
So it's just a matter of time for this item to resurface itself for the family members to see that it is there. But it was literally there in their altar room, but they did not see for the last 4 years.
Oh, it was there all along. They just cannot see.
Yes.
Fuck. And then when you remove it, was it something that was easy to remove?
Yeah, it was, because we already did the first round of cleansing when they came to my center back in Singapore 4 years ago. And we wanted to go back to Brunei, but we couldn't go to Brunei to do the house cleansing.
Yeah.
So they were, because of their medical reasons and everything. So this time we did, and things were okay now.
Okay.
For the house.
Well, I think our fans, the community members are asking for Master T, Guru Murali and Ajahn Ming to come down and have a round table discussion. I think that'll be like a 9 hours long conversation. All the masters sharing. Oh, I think that'll be quite a master class. Huh?
Yep.
We always talked about this last time, remember?
Yeah.
Way before when SC was coming up and coming, we were like, one day we should have like the Malay, the Taoist, all the different masters in. Maybe that might happen. We'll see how. There's a question from Nihal Virasena. It says, good evening, guys. Greetings from KL. Greetings, Nihal. I have a question for Guru. Sometime back, I noticed that the four-faced Buddha I pray to at home had some kind of viscous, sticky and blackish slime. It only happened once, and after I cleaned it, it never happened again. Please advise if something malicious or not.
First, I need to know, where did you get this four-faced Buddha? Is it from a proper achan, a proper monk, or did you get it from any random shop?
Yeah, so give us more information about this, Nihal. Has it been with you all along, or something that you just recently bought it? Where is placed? I'm gonna wear my skeptic hat here to say, if it's outdoor, because a 4-face Buddha is you don't place in the house, you place outdoor.
Yeah.
Could it be a bird shit? Right? But bird shit may look sticky, viscous, black slime. Maybe a bird fly across or something to that effect. I just want to rule out all the possibilities and then perhaps we can find out how. Okay. So that was your not so kara story.
Not so crash.
Speaking of devil, you know who just texted me?
Who?
Ajahn Ming.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He says, I tell you one very strange confession later, bro, when you're free. Okay, let me give you a thumbs up. Oh boy. We're just talking about you.
Any text?
Later maybe Masati might also. I sneezing a lot, Eugene. Are you talking about me? There's this one very short story. Someone was telling me yesterday. So she was traveling because we're talking about traveling. You go different places, and I think there's a few people who shared stories with me over the last few days. I'm getting their stories mixed up because they're all hotel and travel stories. I'll share with you one as best as my memory can recall. If I do mix up the story and you're listening to me right now, please correct me on the comment section. Let me know which are the fact from fiction. But the main gist of the story, I did not forget. I know what happened. It was a lady who traveled to either Thailand or Japan. And when she was in bed, she felt like the sheets were moving, you know, like and she was living alone lah. She's the only girl there. So toilet light was on, so you can see a bit of the light coming in. Typical lah, Singaporean, you know how to take care of yourself when you go hotel. Knock on the door 3 times, come in, make sure you leave the toilet light on. If there's 2 beds, you leave your suitcase on 1 bed. She did all that, you know, as per the SC defense protocol, spiritual defense protocol. She felt her cover keep moving. She pulled back up, the blanket come down. She pulled back up, the blanket go down. Then, like as if the thing was angry with her for not realizing or not giving it attention, she was pushed off the bed. So it's like, boom, she rolled off. Then she woke up, like fully woke up. She's like, did I have a dream and I rolled off? Maybe I'm in a semi-sleep. Just as she was thinking that, something grabbed her leg and pulled her down.
Oh my.
Pull her. Means she rolled off the bed. She's on the floor and now she's being dragged. For short distance, but enough for you to wake up and understand that science cannot happen that way.
Yes.
You know? And her legs was there, right? One leg was up and something was pulling. She felt moved. She was away from the bed. Her hair was up. And then she ran out of the room. She got so panicked. She ran out of the room. She went to the next door. She bang. The 2 boys were living there because she went with a group of friends. She banged the door. The guys came out. They offered to change room with her. So she slept in the guy's room. The guy slept in her room. The rest of the night, no more. Yeah. So maybe it's just a Chico Pate ghost.
Lucky it's not a gay ghost.
Gay ghost,
The boys will be having fun, right?
Okay, let's see what she has said. Mark Shipo came in. Hello, everybody. TGIF. T-Malay waving. Where do you get it? How do you pray? Malaysia, I know some few trust Ajahn that can help you clean it. Okay, Nihal said, right. It was bought by my dad a long time ago. I don't really know where it's from, and yes, it is outdoor. It's been in my family for over 30 years. So maybe not a new, it's not a new thing.
It's a new thing, yeah.
And I've never seen it, and it only happened once.
But it's still a bad symptoms. If such, what is oozing out from that statue, these black slimy things. Yes, it's better to get a achang, a monk to come and pray, because it's not a good sign. Maybe it have absorbed some negativity into itself, protecting your family. So it could have absorbed some negativity into itself. So you need to get a proper achan or a monk to come and do the cleansing and reinitiate the energies into the thing.
We have from Bhavani. It says, what are the few signs to know whether there's a negative presence inside the Hindu deity statue? And I think it's a very good question. Murali, over to you.
It's quite easy for not only for Hindu deities, but if your altar place, of your place of altar and your spiritual places, green lime is the most easiest one. Keep it there, maybe in a empty glass of water, half. You put the lime inside and leave it there for 3 days. If the lime gets moldy, the water gets moldy. If the lime sinks or this type of sign, that means there are negative energies inside the presence of your altar and your Hindu deities. Yep.
At least Mark say next time got guests get 2 mics. Yeah, I know lah. At least you know 1 mic costs how much?
Yeah.
I hardly got guests in my room. 1 mic costs a few $100. But Alice and Mark and everyone else listening in, I think you guys will be happy to know that I am investing in new equipment at the halls on the hill, meaning I can now run live shows there. And the best part is you guys are invited to come down. You know those kind of movies, they say, those kind of shows that this episode of Late Night Show is filmed in front of live audience. You guys are the live audience. So I will have all those equipment up and running. Yeah. So by the time you come down on the 21st of June, hopefully that's all set up. So next time you come, you can go there.
Yep.
Okay, so on to your second story, Guru. What do you have for us?
So the second story came from Scotland. So this client, after watching Supernatural Confession, he invited me to come to Scotland, Edinburgh. I think that's how they pronounce it.
Edinburgh, yeah.
Edinburgh, okay. And I was there for a couple of days. So he got his farmhouse in the middle of nowhere. Literally nowhere. There's no other house or any living being around in this space. So he got this farmhouse there. He wanted to build a small temple for his practice and everything. He was there with his family, and what happened is there's this small patch of wood, small patch of forest that is just beside this the house where he's in. And one day when his daughter was walking past by this forested area, she could hear the forest calling out her name. And this girl, I believe she was 11 or 12 years old. And she freaked out. And she ran back home and told her father. And then strange things starts to happen. Scratch things started on their windows.
Oh.
And they can hear someone is calling out their children's name and everything. So this client, he sent back the family to I think Spain or England somewhere. Yeah, okay. I think it's England. And then he was there to clean up the space and everything. And I was there to clean up, to do the rituals. So I did a certain investigation into this space. So what I found out was the people who had actually stayed in this land before the colonization, they have actually used a lot of Wicca practice, ancient pagan practice and everything. And after the colonization, they have simply left these energies there. So there's no master over these energies, you know. So this client who has certain spiritual abilities and everything, he was able to fan off those energies that was coming, because they were very frustrated, very angry, because there's this family is there and there's a lot of disturbance and these bigs are being confused and all this stuff.
It's like Tengah Estate.
Yes. But Tengah Estate, at least there's a lot of people moving around, but this is like goats and cows. Once a month they will see some goat or some cow is literally died near to this forested area. They do not know how, what happened, but such things happen there.
Jeez. Then how do you solve it?
So we did the fire ritual and everything, and we invited the entity to come, the main entity that was guarding this forest and everything. So we could see that face. The eyes was like this, reddish in color, red in color, very smoky, dark figure. So it was the so-called the mother spirit of protecting the land. And we made peace with that spirit to say that from now on he's the owner of this space and everything. And you have to work with him to give him the blessing, to give him the support to look after this land to flourish and stuff. And the spirit literally agreed, you know. It was literally waiting for someone to acknowledge them, to say that, yes, you are here, we understand your presence, we want to hear from you. They have a voice to...
I tell you, our spirits are more like humans than anything else. Remember the last time, guys, I got pushed and I fell and I got stitches on my lips. Those of you who were with me in 2023 remember I fell down, I got pushed. And we went back to OCH area. It was not the Old Changi Hospital ghost, it was the Raintree Hotel ghost. After the window opening and closing, they're very upset with me for crossing their place every time. So we went down, and then I had this Tibetan like a master to negotiate on my behalf. We brought offerings, everything. Upon negotiation and upon them realizing that I'm doing this to tell ghost stories about them, they got excited, they got happy, they said full blessings given.
Yes.
They push me first, then after you everything all okay, give me thumbs up. What the
They want to show you that they are present. They want you to acknowledge that they are existing there. That is the whole thing, you know.
Now I go and support them already. No lah, but I don't support the spirits lah. Yang Polly say, haha, so funny. There was a thank you Koshka for the contribution to my new mic. I do appreciate that a lot. That's very generous. Again, throughout the whole of today, I do believe we're going to go beyond 11:30. So if you would love to help out with the show and you're feeling generous and you're enjoying yourself, do donate generously and give us your blessings. Every cent goes a long way, helping us upgrade our equipment, our camera, and everything else that you see here to make this show possible. Someone I was asking you just now, Murali, do you always see and sense ghosts, or must you turn on and off?
For me is I sense more, but if to see, I need to turn on my system because I usually switch it off. I don't want to walk around with this high alert kind of a thing everywhere I go. So usually I switch it off.
Is it tiring if you go high alert?
Yes, because I will start to pick up a lot of things, not only these spirits but also humans' energy, their thoughts and all these things will just keep on coming. So
you can hear people's thoughts also.
I have done a lot of things, brother.
Then that way, like, you know, you can. I'm just thinking, right? Like other uses of this power besides just fighting ghosts, right? Like I could sit down at the bar and then I see this girl opposite me. She smile at me, I smile at her. Then I turn on my third eye. Then I read her thoughts. Oh, she likes me too. Can we do that?
There is a siddhi. It's called a siddhi. That means you fine tune your the frequency of your mind using your Akna chakra here.
Yeah.
That when it goes out to a certain extent of energy, it can really tune into another person's energy to read their mind, their secrets and everything. That's how clairvoyants actually train themselves, because this chakra actually projects outwards more than project inwards. That's the energy work, how it is.
So you all say next time you all say bad things about Murali.
No, don't.
You think he's smiling at you? He knows.
I don't want to know.
Oh my goodness! Thank you all. Everyone's coming in. Thank you so much. Preemptive attack. Some other good questions. If I missed it, I'm so sorry. Guru Murali, do you bring all your ritual ingredients from Singapore, or do you use ready ingredients in Edinburgh? They may not have the stuff that you need. Like, what do you do? Like, is there substitutes, or you carry a whole suitcase of ingredients with you?
Most of the time, I carry my whole suitcase. So I'll ask the clients to get the wood and the tray and the ghee. If these three things are there, then the other stuff I will bring it from here. Yeah.
Okay. Ronald Wong, thank you very much. Guru M, do you have any cases that is beyond your level and you needed additional help? Teh tarik for the both of you. Thank you very much.
Yep. There was this case of Poltergeist Case which I experienced in Singapore many years back, where things were literally moving in the house, things were being thrown and everything. I took 2 days to cleanse, so I have to call in different masters to work also and to get their advice, because this is something new that I've come across. And also needed their help to work together to capture this poltergeist spirit, or the spirit from a different dimension, literally, because someone has opened up a portal and it's from a different portal. It has come into the space of ours.
Hopefully that answers your question. Have you heard spirits calling your name Have you heard spirits calling your name before?
Yeah.
Quite common, right,
Yeah,
son?
it's quite common.
Oh my God, how much of a mind reader is this guy?
No, nothing, not much. I don't want to go into that mind reading thing.
You know what?
Bad experience I had.
What bad experience? What? Oh, you're
Really a very bad experience on this mind reading things. Many years ago, in my ashram, I was doing this. People came to see me and everything, so they wanted to test to see how much of ability I have to know or to tell. So I told them a lot of their secrecy. So dark, deep secrecy until one of them, he actually committed suicide.
Fuck me!
Yes.
Wow!
So on that very next day, when I could hear the whole family was crying and everything, I decided I will lock this skill of mine, not to use it unless it is necessary. A life was lost because of abilities. So blessing is always sometimes a curse.
Okay, so I mean, full confession here. Grass is always greener on the other side.
Yeah.
I would love to have the ability to read someone's mind. I can't even read clues by all my ex-girlfriends of 20 years. I don't think I get the ability to read minds at all. Just imagine I know what women want. Isn't that going to make me such a awesome boyfriend or husband? No?
Women are the greatest spy.
Or is it despite your mind reading ability, you still cannot read women?
No, I don't want to read a woman. No, we still can read woman. Because it's just the intention and the thoughts and everything.
But it sounds like the radio just keeps station, right?
Yeah.
Because they myself don't know what they want, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy, okay. Okay, so T. Amelia, thank you very much. Yay, past 12 midnight. Thank you so much for your blessings. T. Low as well. Alexander Dang, FNL past midnight. Let it end. One. We see. Today really start early already. If you use your abilities for your own personal gain, you will lose it, Shannon said.
Yeah, definitely.
What happens if your reagents cannot pass? What happened No, I think the stuff that he has can pass custom, right?
Yeah. There are certain ways we make things to pass custom, but I cannot tell you the tricks.
Block their eyes. The custom open the bag, they cannot see. Young Bauli saying, Guru, can you sense who is my spiritual master?
Who's that?
Young Bauli.
I need to see your face and everything, then I will be able to see.
I got her photo, later I send you.
Okay. Maybe it's Eugene. Is your new master.
Thanks for answering. Got experience with shady amulets and oil from Carousel. I don't think you buy any from Carousel, right?
No, but when we were doing this in Geylang, you remember the very first time you came to do the recording and everything, there were a few people who brought these amulets and they were being affected. You remember that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That time when I first met you.
Yes, the first recording in the Geylang temple, the Chinese temple.
They bought amulets, but it was a different amulet. It was not consecrated the same way. It was just instead of helping them, it fucked them up.
Yes.
Oh, man.
You were there, you were.
Yeah, I was there.
Yes.
Sheesh. So we traveled, been back a long way. When was this? Pre-COVID?
Pre-COVID, yeah.
Hoy.
6-7 years ago.
Now we measure our thing with pre-COVID, post-COVID. What woman wants? Everything. Eat fried chicken and stay slim and sexy. Woman wants your attention. Woman wants your care and concern. Money is not important, but money also helps. Women just want you to listen and not give them solutions.
Yeah.
Women just want you to be present, but not too present so that they can take you for granted. Women want you just there when they want you just there. And also sometimes when they don't want you there. Yeah, it's very confusing. And chargy. Women want chargy. Okay, Nihal says, hello again. Sorry, last question. Don't worry, Nihal. Question free flow, babe. Hello again. Sorry, last question. Guru, is there any advice on how to self-cleanse ourselves at home and how to bless the house correctly? I use Kamian and smoke the place, but I'm not sure if it's right. It's a good question. I like this.
If you are using Kamayang, the most important thing is don't get cheap stuff. because they are made of a lot of impurities that doesn't have impact. So, explain about the Kamayan.
So, we were not about to swear, we were not trying to coyote this, okay? Anyhow, was not planted there to ask this question. I myself have learned something new when I just came back from my KL trip, which I shared with you on Tuesday when you came. So I'll just share with the audience now. I always buy the cup Kamayan. And I thought it was, wow, you know, I was doing my deity a good favor. I burned Kamayan. Hey, deity, I offer you, you know. Then only to realize that Kamayan, the cup one that you buy at the shops, they are not real Kamayan. They are made of a bit of Kamayan, lots of sawdust. And for those of you who have been able to go into the creation of Kamayan and seen the creation, you realize that they put rubbish and trash inside. They literally just throw the dumpster in, like recycled paper and everything, and make the Kamayan cup. So there are a few grades of Kamayan. There's the white. Really, can you make it that one?
This?
Yeah. So this is the white Kamayan. This is what you usually will see, and this is considered not too bad already. Educate you guys about Kamayan, because I use this a lot myself, only to realize I've been using it not as effective as I had thought. So this is the white Kamayan, right? It looks like a semboy lah, right? But what Kamayan is tree, is raisin from a tree, and the English name is called frankincense. Familiar? Those of you who go church will know you use frankincense during the church mass. So this is what the Malays use as well. This is what the Hindus use as well. This is what the Chinese use as well. Now this is the white one. It's 100% real. It's not fake. But I recently went into the forest of Malaysia, and I was sitting down with the Orang Asli in his hut, talking about things like Kayu Raja, talking about things like Kamayan. This is the second best Kamayan you can get in the world. It's shiny, and it's black. So what you do is you burn this on charcoal and let it melt, and the smell is yummy. Now, a bottle like this would set you back about, I think, easily $20-$30. So I asked the question, what's the difference between first grade and second grade? This $30. First grade is same size, $500. That one is, I think my whiskey 12 years can already lah. I don't need the 50 years whiskey lah. And if you see some of the pictures, this thing comes in huge sizes, and this it takes 70 plus years to get that kind of size. So real forest Kamayan is expensive and it's hard to get. But if you are doing spiritual work, or giving this to deities, then I would recommend this. I always take incense for granted, you know, honestly.
There's a reason why we use frankincense, basically, because frankincense brings the essence of nature into our house.
Yeah.
It synchronizes the energy of nature into the house. The more the energy of the house is in sync with nature's energy and everything, the more we are keeping it clear from negativity and stuff. That is why throughout ancient religion and practice, they always use original stuff.
Yeah.
And not easy looking stuff and like those nowadays makeshift
$5.
$5. Yeah.
Yeah. So to answer some of the questions, I think Michael was asking, can you use this to make the house smell nice? Yes, you can. And the best part about, if you notice what I do, even with these bits and all, I like to use natural stuff, because that's how the world was even before religion came into the picture. So non-religion, right? Like Palo Santo, sage, you can smoke it, but some people feel, sage, Palo Santo is what the shamans use. Then use this lah, as natural as can be, found in the forest. What about Kamayan from Mecca?
Kamayan is Kamayan from any part of the world.
Wow.
It doesn't have a religion.
I'm going to use my CDC voucher. Okay, I see whether I can accept. I can transfer to me lah. Okay. Okay. So I was telling about the story. I want to tell you the story because you mentioned about forests. You mentioned about a few things. Forest spirits are by far, in my understanding of the spiritual world, is the strongest and the scariest, and nowhere on the same plane as your pocong, your pontianak. In fact, forest spirit and forest energy makes pontianak look like child's play. All these ancient spirits that come in. And I was talking to this orang asli. For those of you who don't know what orang asli is, orang asli are, for lack of a better word, the native of the land, the aboriginals.
Yeah, so-called Aborigines.
That's an Australian term, right? Aboriginals.
Aboriginals of Malaya continent.
Yeah, locals lah. Okay, from there beyond, from a long time ago, before civilization was there, they were already there. So you can imagine that back then there was no churches, temple, or anything. They venerate energy or spirits. So for them, there is no such thing as a god. To them, everything is energy. Everything is. When you die, where do you go? There's no heaven and hell for this orang asli. The spirit of your ancestors go into the forest. So it's very Wakanda. You know, there's a secret on the mountain top. There's an ancient kingdom that only those who are welcome can go in. And the father of my father, you know, is it's a very beautiful culture, the orang asli. However, as with everything modern, they are at risk of losing their culture lah, you know. And in some countries there's politics going on, their lands being stolen. The younger orang asli, they go to the city, they see a different life, and it's slowly vanishing. And I've also asked whether I can learn from them, because when I met this orang asli, he calls me Ana. Ana is like a son, so there's a connection already. He says maybe next time he will bring me up to the mountain, but he says also to be careful, because there are people who, orang asli means they are born into the lineage already, who have spent years on the mountain, also cannot get invited to the other world. So I can go there for 7 days. He says must go there 7 days, no food, just drink water. And in that 7 days, there'll be things that will come and visit me. I cannot show fear. I must show total control. Indigenous people. Thank you very much for the right word. Yes, I was looking for that word. The original people. Right? So, maybe lah. You never know. Yeah. And they said people who have gone over to the other side, like we call it the Bunyans, right? They don't come back because there's no point to come back. Yeah. It's like you go to heaven now. Why you want to come back to earth again?
Tax-free world on the other side.
Yeah. So if you don't see me next time, guys. Okay, you got another story for us, please.
The last and the recent one is from Kenya.
Is that the last one already?
The last one in
we
Kenya.
We got the 12 o'clock, bro.
Oh, until 12 o'clock. Okay, let's top up this.
Something else first. Top up a drink.
Top up a drink. Okay. So I haven't finished on the Scotland part.
Finish Scotland first.
The Scotland part. About this, the Wicca and the witchcraft practice and everything. The sad part about this culture, when I was there, after these cleansing rituals and everything, I went out to meet up a group of people from super spicy and strong.
Oh. Okay, go ahead. Meet up with the people. Yes.
Yeah, please add some water.
Oh. It's 57%, man. It's solid stuff, this one.
It's really burning.
Okay.
And a lot of these, their books were destroyed. People were burned. You know how the old story goes, right? People who practice some witchcraft, if they find you a witch, you have certain magical spells, abilities, they will burn you alive.
Okay.
So right now, from what I've understood in Scotland, there's no one actually from the actual lineage of witchcraft practice, the pagan practice. It's all been mixed.
Oh.
So they are only trying to using of their memories or from their stories, working on their tarots and their pendulums and all these things, trying to bring up this practice and stuff. But the actual practice of the pagan spirituality, like the indigenous people of, at least in Asia, it is still kept very much alive. But in the West, it's totally different, you know.
No, I've got that message from practitioners overseas, especially in the Western side. And you would think that, you got these old countries, Europe, and all that, they would still be practicing because of obviously the West.
Oh, the bottle.
Water?
The bottle, yeah.
Oh, you want
the bottle?
Water.
Water in the bottle.
Water.
Water in the bottle.
I think we're a bit woozy already.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, what whiskey you drinking? What whiskey you drinking? I am not sponsored by Lagavulin. Where is
It's
this from?
super spicy, super smoky, barbecue, but it's very nice. But they're not promoting the whiskey.
That's why we are
so-
drinking out from this glass, because this glass is called what?
I don't forgot the name.
Cartoony glass. Cartoon. The glass has a name that sounds like cartoon,
Yeah. Cartoon.
and when you drink whiskey out of this glass, you can smell it, and when you put it in your mouth, you can taste it, and there's different layers in the palate and everything. Kopita.
Kopita. Is it Kopita? Kopita. I think
Kopita.
Must be Kopita. Okay, Kopita.
I like pity whiskey. Kind of mabuk already. Your wife tell you liao. Alexander Ding. Bro, one shot for every 10 viewer. Sister, this one I one shot every 10 viewer
Finish.
I know you do show already. No need to do show. Get close already. 381 divided by 10. I say 380 lah. Just 30 concurrent. I got 380. 38 shots 38 shots.
38 shots. Finish.
I know enough whiskey Alexander. Okay. The Western side, right? We talk about them, witchcraft and the Solomons and even the Middle Eastern. You find that these are where, according to legends, are where the original some of the magic really come from. But when you talk to people, even in Turkey, and I got a friend who's a Orthodox Christian and in the Turkey side of thing, with the evil eye and all that. She says, back then, not too long ago, just one generation before her, such practices were common. There's books, artifacts, things that they keep. But in recent times, due to religious warfare or cleansing, both political and religious cleansing, these artifacts get burned.
Not all artifacts and books were burned.
No.
Because I will tell you why. That will go to my third story in Kenya. It's somehow related in some ways, but it's you will understand slowly the dynamics of what actually happened to the ancient knowledge. On surface, things were burned. On surface, people were killed, but in reality, they were not.
This is conspiracy theory.
Yes.
I need to call my Mary Mike here and Dr. Yong. This is strange world territory already. We are hearing the tell all right now from Guru Murali. Will he disappear? And will the people in black say, "Oh, Murali, you know too much."
I did receive a message, brother.
No way.
It's in my phone. I can show you. I did receive a message. I'm not joking.
Come. Okay, tell us what is it. What? Who threatened you?
I do not know who threatened or what. So this came after my third visit to Kenya. Okay.
Oh shit. Okay. So Chris Pilgrim is also saying, I beg to differ. There are many converts in UK. I've attended their suburb and okay. So I take that back. I think what I do take that back. I think what is the reality is, I'm not of that level where I get invited down for common meetings. Obviously they exist. Obviously they are thriving. But I get the tourist answer. No converts here. The witches you're looking for, not here. So probably that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we going to go to the last story now?
We have time.
We got time. Okay, we got time. Oh my God. Is it a long story?
No, it's pretty short, but from my investigation, because I do have police background, right?
Yeah.
So usually when I go to cases and everything, I do background check, investigation to understand two sides of it. Because some things have to make logic. So when I link certain things up to see a pattern, then I was like, there is a pattern to something.
Man. You know what? We all say paranormal investigation. That one paranormal entertainment. You go on this YouTube and TikTok, go and find haunted house. Not paranormal investigation. The real investigation work, you must have police background,
Yes.
some knowledge. Then we can go and really find out stuff, right? So, okay, so before we get to that, right, I just want to show quickly, because this will cross over into something that Murali and I has done. And you are hearing it here first. You didn't even know it's in the book, huh?
Okay.
You gotta get the book, no?
Yes, of course I will get it.
I'll sign for you.
Beautiful, brother.
Okay, now you can sign for me too. I want the story of it. You gotta sign for me and make it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to take give you this link. Do check it out. Supernatural Confessions website. Go to our main page, supernaturalconfessions.com. This is the pre-order link. You can click pre-order here. First 500 copies get tote back. Any inquiries, please do call Cheryl from Wild Child Press & Co. Very thankful to her and the company for picking up the book and giving it a new lease of life, along with all the wonderful artists as well. And if you want to come down and take a look at this behind the scenes making of Supernatural Confessions 10th year anniversary edition, you're not alone. Do come on the 12th, okay? 12th of June. Come on down for the TOF openings, festival opening, as well as the book launch. So if you want to get tickets for other events, right, of Supernatural Confessions Something Strange Festival, click on this link. Tickets are still on sale. There are workshops from Site Wilson, how to draw horror, how to write horror with Shimin Tan, how to create your own content with Nakia from very own POV Horror. Also the longest podcast. Don't forget that there's a very important day, longest podcast, where we bring horror content creators down to the halls on the hill. And for as long as we have the stamina to run it, we're going to run it non-stop podcast, live stream on 3 channels. On Hantu, POV Horror, and Supernatural Confessions. See, that's a kind of kumbaya, feel good community engagement that I love. And then no fighting, no jealousy.
Nothing.
Oh man, everyone's just coming together and for the love
Yeah.
of horror stories, man. I love it. It gives me goosebumps just saying it. So if you want to go for some of the other events, click here, email, what events do you want to attend? Click, submit. We will get your names up front, because, as I said, we only have our entire halls on the hill can only hold maximum about 30, maybe 50 people comfortably. Standing room maybe up to 70, but I think it might be a squeeze.
Yeah.
So because it's a free event, please just please just let us know whether you're coming or not, so that we can reserve slots for you lah. Let's put it that way. And of course, if you are going to reserve your slot, I ask that you please respect that spot, because I know that it's free, but please show up, because it's not so much about for me, but you're denying someone else of that spot if you don't come. And it's just kind of a dick move, right? So I'm not going to ask you to put $5 down just to reserve your spot. I trust we're all adults here, and we can make our own.
Can share also about the Panchakosha that's coming up.
Panchakosha!
Yeah.
How can I forget about that? This is very important. Panchakosha. Where's my Panchakosha poster? I had a Panchakosha poster here. Okay, I had it. It's now gone. But the Panchakosha is something that we are running on the 15th of June. That is handled by Murali, and we do that every time he comes back to Singapore. Panchakosha, 15th of June, early morning, 9:30 a.m. at Changi. What is it about? Maybe I'll show you. Okay, here we go.
before you go into the water, feel your energy, feel yourself, think of your ancestors, call them, think of all your spiritual guides, your deities that you are working with, connecting with. They are our link to the universe. Om Ringa Mastivsa Jilikhe Swa. Om Ringa Mastivsa Jilikhe Swa. Go back into the sea. Release all your negativity. Absorb the positiveness from nature. Meditate for a while. Connect with nature itself and come back.
So that is Panchakosha, ladies and gentlemen. It's okay, I'll let you explain. What is it? Ayo, what is this? Okay, explain what Panchakosha is.
So Panchakosha is actually about cleansing your aura, the energies that is surrounding of you, because whatever you are manifesting from your thoughts, your actions, wherever that you are stepping up into places and everything, all these things, there will be a certain energies that you will be holding into your auric field. And these energies will create a blockage for your success, blockage for your clarity in your thoughts, blockage in whatever things that you are going to do or moving forward, things and stuff. And also, if you have negativity that is stuck in this auric field of yours, you will start to attract more negative energies, spirits and entities towards you and stuff. So you need to cleanse this energy regularly to keep it healthy and positive, so you attract more positive things and sync yourself with the universal energy, so it gives you the balance of possibilities in life.
For me, especially when I'm doing such supernatural stuff, and we talk about this, we think about paranormal, inevitably we attract negative entities to us. So to me, without fail, this is a must for me lah. I consider it, you drive car all along a lot. You drive, if you're a taxi driver, you drive car on the roads a lot. In many hours in a day, you need to go for regular checkup. This is me going for regular checkup.
Yes. Even I also do my regular checkup, and I go for after at least once in 6 months or once in 9 months. I go to Varanasi or certain spot to cleanse myself, keep things in balance and everything. It's very important for all spiritual practitioners, and a lot of spiritual masters also follow this.
Yeah.
And everything.
I mean, like Varanasi and the other places that you go, the river that you have to wash, right? To cleanse. I know Bobby says he doesn't believe in any deities or any gods, and that's perfectly fine as well. Exponential Confessions, we believe what you want to believe, and we don't make any judgment. Also, if you think that you want to go with something natural, non-religious, I do encourage you to get this Love and Light bracelet. I don't recommend things willy-nilly, and this is something I will recommend to you, and I made it really, really affordable for people. And when I do this, I actually infuse energy into it. On its own, someone was asking me, if I don't want any blessing or consecration, can it still work? Yes. On its own, this seeds has a natural cleansing property. Natural. This is how it is. So it's not going to decharge or not. Naturally, this is all will be very powerful in cleansing your surrounding. What I do is I enchant it and I bring it up. Of course, if you have your own prayer, you want to enchant this with your prayer, by all means, go ahead. Now, the other thing that I also learned recently from people who have bought this bracelet, they said, this is the Bodhi tree root. When you first get it from us, it's actually white in color. But from prolonged usage, like oil on your body and the energy, this Bodhi tree root will actually change color. You turn yellow, some of them milky white, but the ones that actually have red inside, those are extremely lucky.
Oh wow!
Yeah, like this thing will have red lines inside. A bit like jade. For the Chinese who knows about grandmother's jade, they said the jade with the red line inside is very powerful and very lucky.
Yeah.
Similar.
That means the physical body's energy is very strong, that he managed to transform that energy of that.
Yeah. So I only started selling this year. I've not seen the power going down and requiring daily or monthly recharge. I do think because it's such a natural item, it's not going to decharge itself. But the more you use, the more you have faith, and whatever faith belief that you have, you can also recharge this. Of course, if you like me to recharge it for you and you see me at events, then ask me lah. I'll recharge it for you lah. Or Guru Murali, I'm sure you can also. So this is a vessel for you to put your faith in, but naturally it's really a very cleansing property. So you can get this for $28.80 Sing dollars. Very, very affordable compared to crystals and everything else, right? This is extremely affordable.
It is always good to wear something, even, you see, we wear a lot of things in hand and everything, because we never know where we are, and sometimes our mind is not there, even though we are deep into spiritual practice and everything. You see a lot of spiritual masters wear a lot of things to protect or keep the energies, and so it's important to have something there with you.
Now, I think the question that we have for you, the audience have for you, they're asking is, are the spirits in Edinburgh more keras than spirits in Asia? And was the Scotland weekend spirit friendly in the end? It's over to you.
What happened in the Scotland, the Wicca spirit, is they want to be recognized. Because the masters were killed, they left their land for some reasons, and these spirits were left wandering. And so the new owners of the land were there, and they became friendly with that spirit, because the new owner of the land, he wanted to build a temple. And right now the temple is being built with the blessings of these the Wicca spirits and everything, and they are giving them the energy, and the finance is somehow flowing from different parts from their contacts and everything to build up this the temple. So yeah, but it's not dangerous from my experience. Why it is dangerous in some cases? Because they have been not been acknowledged, not given the rightful respect. Because these spirits, they want to be acknowledged and respected in some ways, to be heard. Right? They are not aggressive. They are not sent by someone. They are not being in someone's control. Like what we experience in Asia. Someone is controlling this spirit, and they are the master of these spirits, and they are feeding them to something else. That is totally different. But this is, they are on their own. They are lost. They are like a lost child, and they need to be acknowledged in some ways, and then you can navigate your way.
Have there been a case where you go into a negotiation, then it did not go well, and you have to go and fight it?
Nah. I'm lucky me. Lucky me.
There was one time I remember this. I remember this incident. This is going to be declassified. Remember the time we went to Pulau Ubin? So remember there was a particular very strong nature spirit in the land.
In the lake.
And for a long while you were negotiating. And the die don't want to let go.
They only released 3, right?
I can't remember how many they released.
Of 3 or 4 spirits. Someone have drowned and everything. Yeah.
So it's that sort of thing where we are in someone else's land. Because although Pulau Ubin is Singapore, but I don't think the spirits of Pulau Ubin recognize Singapore as this part of the same country. To them, is you are the outsider going there trying to tell them what to do.
Actually, the spirits don't have boundaries. That this is Singapore, this is Malaysia, this is my land, that is your land. No, for them is territorial control. Land is land for them. Yeah, they don't have identification of countries that they are belonging to this country or they are belonging to this particular religion or stuff. So that is different. Yeah. Now I remember this Pulau Ubin case.
So this is a real case that Murali and I went through. So if you want to find out more about this, go check out my 10-year anniversary edition on supernaturalconfessions.com. That story along with artwork is inside. Okay? Yeah. Today you guys have asked for Murali to be here, and you also asked for, hey, what would it be like if Ajahn Meng is also here? Well, I don't have Ajahn Meng here, but Ajahn Meng has sent me a voice clip. And I have not listened to the voice clip yet. I'm going to play it now for us to hear live.
Okay.
So on the 7th day, she
Can
actually
you all hear? I cannot hear.
pulled out some hairs, and it's like very long, and it's a lot of strands of hair lah.
Wait, what is it?
So on the 7th day, she actually pulled out some hairs, and it's like very long, and it's a lot of strands of hair lah, which she pull out. And then because she told me she has actually been on vegetarian for like the past 1 month already, so it was impossible to vomit out any meat.
He said all the short clip. Okay, I'm going to load up everything first, right? Then we'll see how to figure this out. Aiyo.
So this was actually what I was trying to share with you just now. After the section, so after she came back, so I told her I give her. She actually.
I don't know which is which, Okay, I don't know which is which, We will play one by one, okay? And I hope that they come in order. 12, 48, 47. Oh, no. 47. This one first. Oh, I think this is timestamp. Okay. Giving it here together.
So this was actually what I was trying to share with you just now, Eugene. So I got these devotees. So 7 days ago, she actually came and looked for me, and then after that for the checking, consultation, casting away of black magic.
Oh, finish it.
So after the section, after she came back, so I told her I give her I chant and bless all the water that she has actually brought along, and then so after she reached home, she actually vomited out rotten meat. This is according to her. And then because she told me she has actually been on vegetarian for like the past 1 month already, so it was impossible to vomit out any meat. So on the 7th day, she actually pulled out some hairs, and it's like very long, and it's a lot of strands of hair lah, which she pulled out.
So that's all I have. This is severe black magic level. You've probably seen more. I'm going to share with you some of the crazy things I've seen, where someone actually poop a fetus out. A man poop a fetus out of his body. Another lady who pulled hair and needles out of her vagina. And I know there's always this talk about scam artists cracking egg and things come out. Yes, there are those. But when the victim themselves are pulling it out themselves, this is not fake anymore.
Yep.
Have you heard or seen anything like that?
I have come across such cases where when we are chanting and sometimes they vomit out and needles are coming out with black, dark blood and all these things. How these things are working is the sender or the sorcerer, he uses this a portal line of energy from point A, it goes into point B into this person's energy, using this portal of energy that it transmits into this person's body. So there's a vessel that they will create, like this voodoo doll. We can say it's a voodoo doll, but it's called in different names in different culture. But most of the culture has such a doll. Either they made from the flower, or they make from a specific tree, or they make from the cloth and all these things. But if you see in most of the cultures that practice spirituality, they has such a thing, a doll.
So now Indigo Porcelain is asking a very rational question, right? So how is this possible that we in our body, let's take the pooping out of the fetus thing. Is there an explanation in magic how that can work? When you mention like dolls and channel, from a logic point of view, not logic but law, L-O-R-E, from a logic point of view, how can that be explained? From a magic point of view.
From the magic point of view, end of the day, it is all about manifestation of the mind. A dark magic practitioner, he invests at least about 12 to 16 hours per day sitting down and doing his practice and chanting and energizing entities, feeding it with rituals and everything. So he's keeping those energies alive. Whereas ordinary people, most they spend about half an hour a day
Yeah.
or 15 minutes a day. Or weekly once we go and get some flowers, some incense to show some respect. So the amount of energy the individual is putting in a spiritual practice and the amount of energy the dark practitioner is putting into spiritual practice, it is huge. So it is that energy, the manifestation of energy is able to transmit this energy to channel these things from point A to point B. It's still not a logic kind of a thing.
I'm going to try to explain this as well. Again, none of us we are saying that we are right. We are just saying that we are trying to give you, the audience, a certain plausible an explanation that we know and something that we can understand, and we're sharing this with you. Yeah. So for me, what I understand about how it's even possible to put needles in somebody, we have to remove our understanding of reality based on can or cannot. In the ancients, these people can walk on water, walk through walls, teleport from place to place because their understanding of reality is not bound by physics. They meditate, they ascend to a certain level, and in the words of Neo from Matrix, I now see everything. So they understand the code of life, and they can. You and me, we are but avatars or manifestation in this matrix. So if a hacker or a powerful shaman knows how to break that code, you are but an avatar to them, that they can take a doll match to you like a hacker would and go in and place things inside. And you will go, how is this possible? How is this possible? But it happens. So that's kind of how I understand it. Will they get bad karma for doing this? I think karma is a very individual thing. Like we always talk about karma, hurting someone. I don't know if karma would work that way, because I think at the end of the day, it makes us feel better that karma is going to be a bitch and whack them in return. But some of these evil people, they just evil throughout lah. I don't know about next life lah, but this life is what we are talking about, what we are suffering, right?
The thing of karma is so confusing now. Everyone is doing some karma in some ways. Every day we wake up, we scold someone with intention. We get angry over the Grab. We get angry over people are delivering food to us late. We have all these things, but everything is karma. But those people who are practicing black magic or dark art and everything, they have their protection measures and stuff where they know how to balance this karmic energy in some ways and everything. Yes, they do get the bad karma that they have done after the end of their life, that is for sure, but not during their process of life that they are still around. They will not get the thing there.
I think someone was asking just now on online, how do we protect ourselves? Like now we know black magic exists and all that. Can a lay person today recite certain mantra and protect themselves? As a guru, what would you advise?
Like this Bhavani have asked if he recites certain mantra as Kavasha. Kavasha means protection. Yes, but just by not reciting, it doesn't have impact. You need to have strength when you are reciting a mantra. You need to have that impact when you are reciting a mantra. You need to have that voice from which chakra, which point of your body the energies are moving. That will create the impact of a Kavasha protection. If not, if you are just saying the mantra with no intention, but it's just a mere voice, a mere sound, that doesn't have an impact, kind of thing.
In a way, it's very much like making love. You can make love and you have your whole body involved, your body, mind and soul, where you are two bodies on the bed and sharing the exchange of energy. Now that is very powerful. That's why some rituals actually use sex magic because it contains so much explosive energy. Or you could just be a prostitute having a fuck job and you go through motion. There's no exchange of energy there on both ways. So really it's about when you chant your mantra, how much of that focus are you putting in? Are you going from the throat? Are you focusing on your third eye? Or are you just trying your darndest best to memorize the words? Which is like me lah. The first few months, like trying to memorize the words and like, is this correct? Check the food again. Is this correct? Listen to the audio again. Is this correct? I was not meditating. I was just trying to memorize it. But when it comes to a point now, and one of your other disciple, Melvin as well, he says, And it's beautiful to hear this because when I walk, I can also meditate now.
Yeah.
Because at that stage now, you don't have to sit down there and
Correct.
try to, shit something out. You just go into the mantra, and the minute the sound of the mantra comes out, the words come out, you're in that zone already.
Yes.
Yeah, so you got to get to that stage.
Yes.
Okay, are we ready for the final confession of tonight?
Yep.
This one was a Kenyan story. Murali just came back from Kenya this Monday, 4 days ago. This is as fresh as it can get. Okay? So let's hear the full story from start to finish. Murali, don't stinge on us. How you get that call? What's that call about? When you went there, how do you feel? This is the most Kara story for tonight. Here.
Yeah. So what happened in Kenya? So this client, he was a actor in Kenya movies and everything. Middle-aged guy, good-looking guy, and everything, promising future and stuff. Things went down. He couldn't leave his house. He was having a lot of medical issues. He couldn't start to enjoy the food that he used to eat and everything. So he started to do some research on symptoms that he was facing and stuff. And eventually he found us, Supernatural Confession, going through our programs and our videos and all these things, and came across the fire ritual that I've conducted some years back for Gerard from Trinidad.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he contacted me, checking with me on what are the possibilities and all these things. So I explained to him that he can do some things first. Unless if he can get someone who can do a fire ritual for him, it will definitely work. But there's no one who can practice this fire ritual there. The thing about Kenya now is a lot of people have converted into Christianity and the faith of Islam. And they have lost the essence of the actual spirituality in Kenya itself. And if you are going to speak about spirits, witchcraft, they will literally burn you alive. It still happens today now in Kenya. So people dare not talk about black magic. They dare not talk about what they are experiencing out publicly or share with someone, because it may be interpreted wrongly to their community and things may go wrong for them. So they are all keeping very hush-hush about certain things. So I was invited. I flew from Singapore. They have a direct flight from KL, Asia. Very good flight, promoting Asia.
We are not sponsored by Asia.
Not sponsored by Asia. 10 hours of flight, but no entertainment. Get your own entertainment. Kenya is a very beautiful country. I was very surprised by the cleanliness of this country. People were very warm. I was really surprised. It was much more different from India, Nobody was horning, and the place was super clean. And they love Indian food. I was like, oh, come on, dude, Indian food in Kenya.
You can never escape. There are Indians and Chinese everywhere in the world.
Yes, and my flight was full, half full with Chinese. They were going there. I was like, what these Chinese are going to do there? But they were actually going there with a lot of business, real estate properties and stuff. So first night, I was into his house. I tell you, Eugene, literally things was touching me. My neck, my hand, everything. Then I could start to see smokes moving around. I was like, oh wow, this is more intense than I thought. Because the very moment I enter my house, I start to feel goosebumps. My sensitivity were like straight away up. And then I start to feel things. I was like, okay, it's very, very active. So I talked to the client, I asked him what was all these things he was experiencing and stuff. Then he said he had a lot of locks in his body. He couldn't turn and everything. He couldn't eat the normal food. He can only eat meat and vegetables. All the other stuff he couldn't eat. There was a lot of reaction in his bodies and stuff. So I did some prayers to unlock certain knots in him. Did some cleansing around the house for the first night. I asked him to sleep. It was very quiet for him. He did not feel a single sound. what he experienced for the past 2 years in this house, there was a lot of banging, shouting. Things were moving. Things were not literally moving. Physical things were not moving, but he could hear from the rooftop the banging sounds.
Shit.
You know, and there was loud screaming that was coming up from this from the master bedroom toilet and stuff. And one of the day, I think the last solar eclipse, he had some mushrooms, and he opened up some portal, and there came a voice that came and tell him that I'm going to take over your physical body. I'm going to absorb your soul. Right? And your body, there will be someone will be coming in to collect your physical body. And he will be channeled into something. So he was literally, this thing was trying to possess him. He was trying to break it off and everything. But he went through a very hell night. What is DMT? Yeah, something like DMT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shrooms.
Shrooms.
It's a magic mushroom. It has a bit of DMT for...
Yes.
It's a hallucinogen.
Yes. So these were the episodes that he had. So on the first night he went to sleep. I was in my room. I did not lock myself. I just opened up everything. I just want to experience the spiritual. I want the spirits to come and talk to me. And there I went into deep sleep. And this spirit sat on my leg, on my left leg. It became very heavy. Straight away I went into a deep nightmare. I saw blood. I was killing people. There was blood oozing up from my body parts and everything. And then I start to realize, I sensed this. Something was sitting on my leg, on my left leg. I opened my eyes and the thing just moved. Poof. Then I realized, okay, they are ready to be in contact. They are there, and their presence is strong. It's easy to work with some things, but I need to understand the dynamics of all these things.
Wait, but hold on. At this point, I understand that you say that it's they are making contact, and therefore it's a good thing for you to communicate. But do you not at any point in time felt threatened or felt that your personal space was invaded, and even you as a guru have this entity who fuck carry your power and just sit on your leg and give you nightmares? Like, this seems to me it has no care and concern of who you are, your God, who is dealing with. Is it extremely stupid or extremely powerful?
The thing is, when I went in there, I act stupid.
Oh.
I close up all my energies, I close up all my deities that I have, and I act stupid.
Why would you do that?
Because only then I will be able to understand what the other side is showing itself. If I'm going to show my strength, if I'm going to show my deity's energy, then this thing will not come in contact with me.
Correct. I understand. So if you're going to go into a place with guns blazing,
yes,
whoever is there is going to either run away and then come back next time.
Yes.
But if you go in and you shut off everything, and then they think, this one can makan.
Yes,
Undercover.
So sometimes you have to play stupid, to study these things.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, it makes sense. It makes
Yes.
sense. Okay.
So then only I will know what is the background of it, who is the master of it, how is this thing being tied, and all these things. If not, I will never understand. Some things is direct, straightforward. Okay, when we see, then there are certain message that is flowing. Okay, we know what it is. But in this situation, there's no message that is flowing. The first point. So I need to understand the whole situation and the scenario. What am I tackling here? What am I going to miss? I'm not going to miss out anything. So I have to understand all the aspects of it.
Okay. So at this point, you are using your knowledge of magic, and we're talking about Kenyan magic. So you are trained in the Eastern esoteric, right? You're Hindu. In Singapore, you have your experience, even maybe in Thailand, Indonesia. You're very well versed. But when you go over there, question number one is: are all spirits functioning in the same way, or is Kenyan spirit having a certain different kind of behavior that you only recently understand? That's one. Number two, isn't it fucking dangerous because you're undercover, your shield's down. You need to understand, because without understanding, you can't fight it. But without your shield, you are at the mercy of the spirit. It may want to take your body as well. So, okay, so question one, question two, go.
The thing is, in the world of spirits, they don't have religion.
Okay.
Okay, it is end of the day for a spiritual practitioner, for all those spiritual masters, they understand it's all about their practice, their mind energy, and their strength, and their willpower, and their blessing of their gurus and their deities. That is the whole base of it. You know, it is not about what type of practice you know and what type of practice you do not know. My guru always used to say, the mind and the knowledge that you have is 3/4 of it. Whatever that you have learned in all your spiritual practice is just 1/4 of it.
Okay.
You understand? So if you think that you have this much of knowledge in spiritual practice and that is huge enough to cover every aspect of it, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You always need to have your thinking mind, the unknown mind, because you need to study some things and then you improvise in some things to tackle these things. Then it will work.
So, I mean, we are freestyling here. I know you guys want to hear the story. I want to hear the story too. I got some questions in my head. So, in a way, spiritual practitioners here and all those who are on a path of learning is, you will never finish knowing everything in the world. You will never.
No.
But when you have a very strong foundation of your own faith and belief and practice, and when you're dealing with something that you don't quite know, you are able to ad-lib, you're able to use certain things that you can pull out of your bag of tricks because your own fundamentals is good. So disregard anything else in the world. You can never finish learning all the languages, all the culture, all the practices. But if your own faith is strong, then you got to... Okay, if I would... Okay, I get it. If I would use an analogy. If you learn a martial arts move, be very good in your martial arts move. Don't try to learn 10 different martial arts style and try to outwit your opponent. If you have very strong foundation in your own martial arts, no matter who you're fighting against, Kung Fu, BJJ, Muay Thai, if your own foundation of your own moves is strong, you can at least defend or navigate.
Yes.
Am I right? Yeah.
Wow.
Level up.
Exactly, like what Bruce Lee said, you don't have to master 10,000 movement. You just study one in 10,000 times.
Correct.
And then it will work for you. It works the same way in spiritual practice also.
Wow.
That is why in my practice, people are able to invite us to go to certain places to cleanse and all these things is because this is the truth in practice. You know?
Okay. So Nightmare, the fella side of the leg, was he trying to communicate with you? What went on?
He tried to communicate with me. He giving me this nightmare of blood oozing out, threatening and all these things. But then I already pick up his energy. He left. Then I did my my practice of mantra to lock the whole space and everything. Then I analyze from where it is coming from and all these things. So the second day, we did a fire rituals, cleansing process and all this stuff. Things went well. Quiet for the next 5 days. No disturbance. Still a bit here and there, but was very, very quiet kind of a thing.
I mean, this whole underguru, you skip an entire part of the most important part. This whole undercover guru, right? It's the first time I'm hearing it. Hey, paranormal investigators, you guys are passe, man. I want to hear the undercover guru stories now. Okay, so you said you found his energy, right? Describe how you found it. Describe what energy is.
So there's two sets of energy that is playing in this place. Alright. One, this house already has a child spirit from colonial time. I guess this girl was 11, 12 years old, was moving around, and I think this was the girl that was actually sitting on my leg. And because her energy attraction brought in other type of entities and spirit that was moving there. The second set of energy that came in there was a particular thing that was disturbing this client on purpose. They were targeting him. I mentioned they. It's not someone. It's not from an individual person, but they as a collective person that have targeted him for a certain reason. Right? There are organizations, there are group that has been using ancient Vika knowledge, demonic knowledge, and all these things from the Scotland, and a lot of things they did not burn, but they have collected all this information, put into practice and using it to harm people in some ways, right? And he is one of a victim. Why? Because he's young, he's an able-bodied person, he's influential in cinema, he has his voice can be heard and everything. So he's a targeted person in some ways to send certain message across to a mass media kind of a thing.
So when you get the energy signature of the spirit, now in the last 3 stories, we hear that your go-to method is fire ritual. Is that the main bag of tricks that you have? Are there other methods that you use, or is the fire ritual the one and only? It's like what Bruce Lee said, that one skill 10,000 times. Like, yeah, is that your shadow kick?
There are some hidden skills that is set there. So my unique proportion is whatever and studied and everything, I usually improvise in some ways when I'm doing rituals. It's not just one thing that will solve everything.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to pick and match some other things in order to work on some cases and stuff, and then that's how it works.
So I'm going to ask you live here on air, Guru, this time round, what are you going to teach me? Like, am I ready to go to the next level? Because I have done the chanting, the mantra, the cleansing of the house, learning how to do the fire ritual. What's next? Like, am I ready for the next step?
Nah, you just do the basic first. Keep on training your basic. Really have to go deep into your roots, and then everything else will come.
So guys, sorry lah, I still have to do the wipe on, wipe off, because Mr. Miyagi said not ready yet. Still going to do painting the fence. Okay, Bobby Low, thank you very much for your blessings. It says, go grab some late night supper after this, guys. It's a Friday night. Enjoy the discussion tonight with guest Guru Murali. Molly, there's also another case. This is like an on-call set, right? Because we are already at 11:30. We're going to end off very soon. This is probably the last story that we have for you. There was a house in Jalan Kayu, and you called me up that day. You said you went down and there was Pontianak there. You want to tell us the story?
I cannot remember. You have to refresh me now.
Okay, there was a house that you called me to come down and say on Wednesday we should go there and film because the house had multiple Pontianak. It's a big house.
Oh yeah. So this is a 4-story house in Jalan Kayu area, and they are using that house to for pet sitting. Yeah, okay. And there were a lot of noise and voices that was coming up from this house. They could see shadows and scratching marks on the window and everything. So on the first day I went there to investigate and things. This is a clear-cut case, because the environment has a forested area, and you can see, because as spiritual practitioners and masters, usually when we go into certain space, we will study the place first. We will never go into head on into something. Oh, I know this is a spirit, I'm going to fight with you. No, we will never do that. We will always study the area. We will study the energy. We will study what is the presence of all these things that is around you. What is the potential loopholes, the portals that is coming from where and everything. So from there we will know what is coming.
That's why I think they're asking, T. Elo is asking, is the Kenya story over? Like, it felt like quite abrupt for them. Do you want to like wrap it up?
It's not over yet. So once I came back to Singapore, right, this is where it became more freaky. So once I came back to Singapore on that night, I had a dream. I went into a very deep state of dream. A message came to say, be careful.
What the fuck?
So I brushed it off. In the morning when I woke up, I received a message in my Facebook from a stranger, fake profile, asking me, am I still alive? And then I asked, what is this about? Later I will show it to you, Eugene. So there was a long story about this person is going through some problems and everything. But in between the message, there was something that this person told me. I have shifted a timeline of, I've shifted a 30-year of a timeline. So I ask, did I shift? What is this about? And this person replied, yes, you have shifted 30 years of a timeline. So it's like,
What does that what does that even mean? Is this like some Marvel thing where you just turn an alternate universe because you just shifted a?
That's what I'm thinking. So what I presume is my when I went to Kenya to do these rituals and everything, so this person could be a target of a paranormal organization that is trying to take over or take control of him, and me doing certain rituals has broken certain things, and they have identified me in some ways and some stuff, and they have sent me some hidden messages, you know. It's not a direct message, but some hidden message and everything. But it's not an African magic, even though the client is from Africa. But this magic that this person have used on him is not African magic.
Where is it from?
It's demonic magic. It's satanic magic.
Okay.
Right? It's not African magic. So I cannot really say that this thing is come from a particular continent or particular region.
But you see, you fuck over someone's 30-year plan and timeline, and this guy's the target, obviously, and now that you interfere, you're going to be the target next.
Yeah, and you too, because they may be following us.
What the fuck? No, I'm implicated. Undercover guru blown. Oh, shit.
You will never know, but this could be real.
Yeah.
My doubt is this could be real because of when the client told me the information that he get from opening up of the portal of solar eclipse, and the vision I had when I came back to Singapore, and the message that I received in my official Facebook text. So when I start to link all these things are real. It's no point using VPN or antivirus, brother, but there's really something out there. People who have gathered information from ancient time, from the pagan culture, from a lot of things like the Scotland. That's why I say it's not destroyed. They have actually taken all these things for some reason.
It's a cult. This is a cult.
Yes, and they are targeting people who have certain influence over others and to control them in some ways. This is
I'm fucked lah.
But we are okay because we are in Asia. We have other problems, you know.
we got money problems.
We got money problem, 4D problem, Toto problem, so many problems, different things.
Okay, you want to show me your? Is it okay if you?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm asking this because it's live now. Maybe the cult is watching us.
Yes. So this message is, I never really understood what this person was trying to tell me, but
If I read it, would it like bring a demon portal in here, or I suddenly summon some?
I don't know, maybe someone is listening to us or
What the
somewhere.
fuck am I getting myself into? Okay.
There are hidden message in between the message that is sent.
Good lord. You want me to read from the top?
Yes.
Okay, guys, I'm reading it to you verbatim. I'm not even censoring anything because I have no idea what I'm reading. This is live. Okay. You want me to read the name?
No, don't.
Don't? Okay, so I won't read to you who sent this. Anyway, it's a fake account.
Yeah.
Hello, is Guru Murali still alive? I'm desperately looking for a person who can help me. Thank you.
Okay, then all this.
Then
is
reply.
So it's talking about whatever they are losing and stuff.
I'm losing my soul pieces. They took so much from me already, and I can't feel my family and the love of my family. I need someone who can help me get my life back. It seems the energy from you is connected with my family. You are connected to the energy.
Yes. That's the second catch after that.
Here?
No.
No, further down?
Further down. And this person is from this region.
Okay.
Okay?
It's in the western side of the world, okay?
Western side of the world.
And very old country as well.
Yes. So, I asked for this person's photo and this person refused to send it to me.
Okay.
So, you go down and... Blah, blah, blah. Up. Down. Wait.
Oh.
Down.
This one?
No, wait down. Let me see. Up, down.
I see every person who wanted to help me made it worse, or black magic being affected by them. So everyone who helped her gets affected.
Yes.
And you didn't think that is a red flag?
Nope. Nope. You go, no, down. And, where is that? Yes, okay.
The timeline one, is it?
Timeline one.
Okay.
Is it here?
Yeah, this is the one.
This one?
Excuse me, I'm not sure if you. I cannot go. I cannot go back, and I need my soul pieces back. I feel you pushed me in a situation from 30 years ago. I was very sick in my 20s, and I healed myself, and I will not go back. I healed myself, and also the relations with my family. The people say that now you are looking,
Like, don't know.
right? I don't quite know what that word means. So basically the whole point is you are helping someone who many people have helped before and they didn't make it. So to me, it's like, do you not see the danger in what we are doing? You know, like this is the kind of mission that 10 other Navy SEALs have died in, and then
This is definitely, I would say, is like step up, step one up in a different way. It is just not about fighting your normal spirits or going to explore haunted places and everything, but this shit is real, brother.
We're talking about soul taken away. We're talking about soul pieces. We're talking about timeline being moved. This is Avengers level.
Yes, and there are such reality because we have seen in such movies and everything, but we have never really come across.
Yeah.
None of us have really come across, but this is my very first time
Oh my good Lord.
because the consistent of the message, the person's dream, the person's vision that he have. My dream where I had a warning and the very next day such a message come to me. It's like when I was trying to do, it's like there's something strange out there.
Something strange.
Something strange.
Wow. Okay. So if anything at all, I always believe we are made to do this work because, and I use the word God in a very open sense, whichever God that we believe in will not give us more than we can chew. And if at all, I believe that you are not meant to help this girl or to get into this position, your deities and your gurus will tell you very clearly, son, walk away. Because I've met some other masters who had their gurus tell them walk away, they did not.
They tell me, God, yes, you can do it.
So if they tell you yes, you can do it,
Yeah,
then
you can do
you
it.
gotta have faith that you can do it. And if you can do it, then I have faith that eventually in time to come, I can do it. So it's just going down the, and you cannot have. Okay, so one thing I learned, and I'll share this with you in a short while. This is something new that just came in the day after I met you. You cannot have fucking fear because the minute you have a second of pause where you doubt yourself, they come in.
The thing about this type of cult organization, right? We have heard a lot of stories from the West. We have watched a movie from the West. But the thing is, the collective mind, the strength of these people who have come together to understand the power of occult, right? They have understood the power of this spirituality, supernatural, occult things. They have done extensive studies and they have used this to manipulate into a lot of day-to-day life.
Yeah.
But we are not seeing it because we are so engrossed in our day-to-day things with bills, houses and all these things. But in the East, we do not see this. And all these light workers or spiritual practitioners in the East, we do not come together as one. We all have different paths. We all have different practices, faith and all these things. But those working in the dark energy realm, they have only one goal, one intention. Chaos, power.
Yeah. So I think some of you are asking what did the message say exactly in summary. Mark Shepo was asking. And then, okay, so in short, the message was not very clear, to be honest. I read it. It's kind of cryptic thick, and I think that's why it made it even more strange. There seemed to be some warning, and as you were asking about, someone you were asking about the soul fragment. I don't know, but if we believe that soul in the Chinese philosophy is a qi hun qi po, right? Liu hun qi po, there's multiple soul fragment, and we cannot reincarnate or we cannot move to the next stage if our soul is not fixed together. And also that goes in line with selling the soul to the devil. So perhaps or perchance some of the souls could be taken. And if Murali is coming in to undo that, then he is but one man against the cult. You know, it's like someone came and fucked his dog and stole his car, and now Murali is on a vengeance streak from part 1 to part 4. He's going down to all the cults in the western side of the world, taking them down one by one. Yeah,
It's too big of an organization. I'm not going to do that.
Oh my god. Any other questions? Okay, so I think the story I have for you as a closing is not really nowhere near the John Wick level stuff that you go through. I was asked to go to a house a few nights ago, and it was haunted. Right? I went to the house. I saw the family, the wife, the husband, the daughter, lovely family, and they said pre-COVID, the house was haunted with some knocking sounds. There was some disturbances. They didn't know how to call. They didn't know Supernatural Confessions then, so they just called a random master online. So long story short, over the last 3 years during the COVID time, he basically, instead of cleaning the house, he possibly went in and planted his own ghost there.
Oh, he planted his own ghost.
So every time he cleaned the house, he said, okay, I charge you for cleaning. Then the ghost will come back again. You know? Then after he left, because they obviously cannot keep paying him over and over again, it's not working, so they called another master, and another master said, wow, there's a lot of ghosts here. There seems to be a never-ending supply of ghosts. So then fast forward, they called me down to the house. When I went there, they all ran. I couldn't feel anything, so they were hiding. So I just cleansed the place and everything. So that night I was there, no disturbance. The next morning, all the disturbance came back with full force. So how would you handle this case? Like, this is a real case study we are putting on the table.
When we are going to places like this and everything, the first step is to cleanse. Second step is protective measures. So you need to have some things that you place there and everything. Sometimes it happens to us that because of the spiritual energies that we carry and things, these negative energies will move away from places and everything, but we cannot take things for granted. So that's why we always need to have some things that we have to place in this space to prevent these things from coming back and everything. Then it's safe.
So if you're interested, next Tuesday we can go down and take a look. Okay, so to that family that in question, Murali Week will come down next week to your place, okay?
We need more people to join this. Please come on.
That's why the halls on the hill exist, because I will be training you guys. We're going to go through meditation levels, and we have different masters come down and help you guys achieve your optimized levels of spiritual, optimize your spiritual level. Okay, I got a message that just came in. This one is direct from the true horror story POV Nakia, right? So if you go to Supernatural Confessions and click on Something Strange Festival, and you are interested, you're a content creator, you're thinking, hey, my God, it's so fun to do podcasts, fun to do video, I want to do my horror content, I got some ideas. If you are thinking about how to start your own content creation channel, join us or join Nakia in her workshop, Content Creators 101. And just for our Supernatural Confessions community, if you use the promo code THSPOV, that is True Horror Story POV, you get the course at massive discount. Okay? We are giving out all these goodies to you at free gift because it is a community-led festival and event. Once again, go to supernaturalconfessions.com. On the main page itself, you'll find my book, you'll find Something Strange Festival link. You want to attend our events, the ones that are, the start of the festival and end of festival. Put your name on the list. And I suppose if you have any questions for me or Guru Murali, send it to me. I'll forward it to Guru. And if you are interested in joining us as the SC Vengers, the Week Club, right? The Week Club, Murali Week. I think we were looking at going to some locations for a spiritual retreat, meaning we go there, we do meditation work, we do fire ritual and the stuff. If that's something of interest to you, let us know. I think if you can get 10 people, we can organize one at Kenya. Is that the one?
Yeah. Actually, Kenya in Mambosa, the coastal area, it is said to be one of the highest spot to experience mermaid, spirits, and people, practitioners from a lot of things are there. It's very much alive. And I was sharing with Eugene that we should do a retreat there to allow people, dark tourism, basically for people to experience such things in a safe way, and also to go into some spiritual practice kind of a retreat.
You see, Murali, I'm getting WhatsApp messages already.
Yeah.
You see? Hello, Eugene. Please share with Guru Murali that this network is real. I've done enough readings and research on them. It's global and very, very dark. They control everything, even the churches and many. What the fuck you brought me into, bro?
Dude, my man is standing out seriously, and there's no name.
Let's arrange a meetup. My goodness, bro, my hair is standing. This is freaking Illuminati, man.
Yes, this is real. It can be Illuminati, it can be some other organization, but this is real stuff. To people out there, do not just be fooled by your day-to-day stuff, but something it's out there. People have studied darkness so extensively into controlling of people, controlling of the mind. My first-hand experience that I'm sharing with you guys, I'm not faking, because Eugene has also saw my message and stuff. This is real.
I just got a message.
And he got a message right now.
We all looking at it. My good Lord. Oh man. Okay. So, sheesh. Wow, mind blown, bro. I did not expect this at all. I'm fucking sober already. You gotta be sober. You never know who's gonna come. Okay, so any comments, anything at all, let us know in your message. We have been so blessed to have you here with us once again. Thank you so much for watching Supernatural Confessions Friday Night Live with us. This is Guru Murali, and my name is the Prince of Paranormal, Eugene Tay, and we'll see you guys next week at Something Strange Festival. There will not be Friday Night Live next week for obvious reasons, because we have the longest podcast. I'll be at the movies and I'll be at longest podcast. On Sunday there will be Panchakosha. Please sign up for that as well. Guru Murali will be running it. Only limited slots. We are not taking more than 10 because it's a very cozy environment. 20th is movie night. 13th is the ritual. Get your tickets there as well. 21st is the finale of the festival, and also the live show, or the version of live show. I refuse to call it live show now that John is not around, so we're gonna have a new name for it. Okay, once again, Eugene from Supernatural Confessions, Prince of Paranormal, Murali Week from Om Mahesh. We'll see you guys next week, everybody. Any last words, sir, before we say goodnight?
Stay focused, be real, explore yourself, be truthful to whatever practice that you are. Do not be deceived by things that you do not understand. Right. Bye-bye.
What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.